Hey people, Five Aces here, approximately 2 years later, at least that's what I felt. But the school year is finally over, and with that, I've finally got some more time to sink into OpenRA. It's been literally the first time with video games I've had in over 2 weeks, and I've staggered out the casts appropriately, at least hopefully so. But yeah, holidays have officially commenced. It is holiday season. It is every teacher's wet dream. Now we get to enjoy the ripe fruits of our labor, which is the sweet art of not doing a damn thing in the world. Except there's a large to-do list. It's like a reverse bucket list. Things you do not want to do, but things you absolutely must do, such as tending to the gardens, weeding, tending to the weeds, and so on. Lots of adult chores. For now, we are drifting away into a land far from chores. It is the land of the Ravine. It is the best of 3 between Maverick and Gargamel once more. We are at a 1-1, and last time, this has been Gargamel at the cusp of defeat, but coming back once more. And we are gonna see how this is gonna pan out in round number 3. The factions, we're going to check them real quick. We do have the British Isles for Maverick, and we do have Gargamel as the Brits as well, so it is going to be an absolute mirror match. This is going to be Scotland's independence wars. Good stuff. Coming soon to an island near you. Alright, what else has been happening? Well, the finals have finally been beaten. The SATs have all been graded. We've lost a couple students, but that is par for the course, and I've also had a nice little project week with my class in Prague, as well as a day that went on a hike-on. And there's a fellow teacher of mine, a colleague who is a sports teacher, and him and I have now threatened our class with don't threaten me with a good time. We threatened them with next time going for an actual hike, like a a 2-day mountaineering hike up a mountain, scaling a mountain that is over 3,200 meters. So they're very much looking forward to that. But it's a project I definitely want to undertake with my class before they graduate in just a little bit of time. All right. Now back to the game. We've got a super vanilla start. We've got the Gargamel Derrick being claimed in the middle, and we do have a super non-standard helipad rush from Maverick. This is extremely risky. This is something that I used to do back when they were still Hinds rather than Blackhawks, and back when they were insanely strong. A couple things have changed since then. First off, an armor nerf. They used to be able to tank, I think it was 8 or 9 missiles, rocket missiles to the face. That is no longer the case. Ooh, please don't reveal yourself here. Gets it, gives it away. And the expansion is sniffed out. There is absolutely nothing to be done here. Oh my lord, this is a terrible start. Gargamel is in an absolutely great position because he has spotted the helicopter rush without losing anything to its Sounds 2 rifles. And look at this. Maverick's economy, 3 ore trucks. Maverick's map control, none. He blew up a Derrick in the middle. That's fine. That's all he did. And we're now going to have the counter Radadome for Gargamel out, who's going to have a much better econ, who's going to have a war factory, who's going to have an actual expansion relatively soon, and who's going to produce an absolute metric fuck ton of rocket soldiers. So there's absolutely nothing that the helicopter rush has achieved. There is, however, a radar dome now out here. Whoa! Well, it's about an even trade, I would say. Went better than expected. So the reason for that move with the rocket soldiers from Gargamel was he did have the line of sight from the radar dome. Usually, rocket soldiers and infantry in general do have a garbage vision cone, but couple that with the radar dome's, I think, 13 cells of vision, and it suddenly becomes way more feasible. Okay, anti-airgun out, helipad out. I mean, look, Maverick is camping the ore field. He's at least gonna scare off the first expansion attempt. So there is a little bit to be said here that he's gained a little bit of ground, but he's still on 3 harvesters. He is still on a... 4 harvesters now. He is still on a shoestring budget, and you can't cobble together many helicopters on a shoestring. Probably going to be sniping a refinery. I don't know. It is tanks. It is artilleries. Huh. Power snipe? Is that going to accomplish anything? There's a little left in the ammo bay. Okay, this is a huge mistake here, actually. So what Gargamel did here is he sold off the refinery, and usually that's a good move. But when there's 3 helicopters out and you're having a hard time protecting all the real estate to begin with, then selling off this refinery is a very dangerous proposition, because if the helicopters return, they snipe the ore refinery, all of a sudden you're going to be relegated to long distance mining. And that is no bueno. 4th helicopter online now, so yeah, Maverick is starting to exert some pressure. He's also got the classic 6-minute war factory, which is in the makings. Yeah, now the bottleneck begins to show. We do have 2 helipads for 5 helicopters. That is going to be taking a while. Infantry here got dislodged. By the way, I turned down the game sounds. I hope they're not too loud anymore, but I hope they're also audible in the same vein, because they used to, I don't know, completely overpower anything. Don't know what that was. Oh, okay. Those infantry got picked off clean. They got sniffed out by the helicopters. Strange to see that there's absolutely no pressure on Maverick's base. If I were in the shoes of Gargamel, I would just be going ham for the base. There's really not much in terms of defense that anybody who rushes this kind of tech can muster. So yeah, service depot is out for him, and there is finally a war factory being added on by Maverick. He does still not have service depot, and he won't be having it anytime soon. He's playing straight up one base. Good lord. 3 helicopters sharking around. 5 helis. Yep, now this exact thing is happening. Yep, that's going to be long distance mining. RIP. He's looking for an expansion. He's scouting. But there is nothing in the perimeter. Yeah. A couple of techies giving some line of sight. So I'm curious, what's the asset situation looking like? Gargamel is ahead, but not by that much. The harvester count is also closer than I thought. By the way, if you have any ammo left in your ammo base, just attack, move, and get rid of any scouts. This is just good practice. I don't know why Maverick is refrained from doing it here. You're gonna have to rearm your helicopters anyway, might as well get some use out of them. That's not only denying 100 credits, it's most of all denying the line of sight. Oh, that is gonna be good! Another ore refinery snipe! He could also... yeah, exactly. Kill off an artillery for free. So his combat tab is actually going to be looking quite decent. What's the production lines? More helicopters. There is an actual expansion MCV out soon though for Gargamel. So that does sort of put Maverick on a timer. He does have a sizable amount of infantry plus 6 helicopters now. Does not have any tanks though. Obviously you must go light tanks because that's literally your only option. Ooh, this is risky. If he wants to snipe this, this is gonna come at a heavy cost. Yep. Anti-airgun pelts one of the Hinds, or Blackhawks. But that leaves Gargamel with only a single refinery. I mean, yes, there's gonna be lots of harvesters, but that's kind of a bottleneck. If they're all relegated to harvesting from this one mine, that is gonna be terrible for him. Look, all the harvesters are being idle. Ha! Huh. So this game is certainly not shaping out the way I would have expected it to. What are we transitioning into? Service depot finally unlocked after an excruciating 10 minutes. The army value should also be in favor of Maverick. Assets now also have swung a little bit. Yeah, 26k versus 19k. Reason being that there's just a lot of static D here. Oh, that is going to be one hell of a dead MCV. And there is not going to be any anti-air gun. Or is there? Oh my goodness. Oh, so close. Okay, loses one helicopter, but that's traded off for an entire MCV. That is completely fine. Oh, the build queue got reset. Gargamel was actually on 3 MCVs here. Did he mistakenly build another one? Maverick is going tier 3. So this game is certainly starting to be real exciting now. We're entering the tier 3 stages of the game. Is that an actual expansion, or is that the... yeah, it is. Not a singular MCV. Not a single MCV build. Good hustle, but there's going to be a tank push, and there's going to be lots of artillery as well. That's going to be hard to dislodge. There's lots of infantry, but that doesn't help you when there's an artillery cannon in the way. Oh, that is wasteful. Basically, on 2 helipads, it's not even worth it. Oh! Plus, he loses helicopters too. That was not good from Maverick. Sending them in willy-nilly here. Infantry is being found. Uh-oh. That could be bad. That is very bad. You need to send your helicopters in for line of sight. It is too late. Sniping so many rockets here, basically for free. Just trade it off for a single helicopter. There's going to be a base push type of siege in this corner of the map. Maverick going for a gun turret, I like that idea. Denies the ore mines. He's also going for the middle. But this anti-air gun is going to get dislodged very soon. And as a result, the helicopters have a bit more movement range. Freedom of movement. The artillery! The artillery is going to be absolutely pivotal here. Uh-oh, he's going to be wasting so much mass. That is not a good call at all. Ooh, he's singling out the rockets though, so that was good micro. Oh, the anti-air gun! It's being popped! He is going for it. Loses 3 more helicopters for that. But still in the game. No more anti-air for the time being. Okay. Ooh. That is a costly engagement. This helicopter must pounce in as well. Oh my goodness! Oh, there is another anti-air gun. That was completely wasteful from Maverick. A complete overcommitment. And with that, his entire helicopter fleet got decimated. Yikes! That is a 10k swing. Gargamel coming back in a huge way here. Okay, at least the anti-air gun dislodges this base. How are we looking like in terms of econ now? Gargamel on 11 harvesters. How many refineries does he have is the question. 1 here. 2 more here. So his econ is fine. There is some counter econ on this side of the map. Okay, basically no defenses here for Gargamel. And he's sniping 1 more anti-air gun, so Maverick gets some more real estate. Alright. The helicopters from Gargamel are also kind of suffering. So tit for tat in this game thus far. I think that was the last helicopter for him. Was it though? Yep, for the time being. Also power down. Oh, kill the helipad. I think it's the only one. That is literally the only helipad that Gargamel has right now. Not killing it, not killing off the ore refinery either. I don't know, man. Harvester got pulled off the line. Man. That's a competitive game, but at the end of the day, it is still not looking good here. Gargamel's mediums are going to town. There was no anti-armor here. Oh, Gargamel moving back. I think Maverick is overestimating the size of the army of Gargamel. In terms of actual army, oh, look at this nonsense. This is half a recycling truck fleet. This is the locust swarms of legends. They're all converging on this refinery. It's the only place they can dump their garbage. It's a municipal waste plant. Okay. There is a push onto the expansion lines. This could turn really sour though, because there's an artillery in the back. And let's see. He's committing for the time being. I think this is going to be an easy hold for Gargamel. Yeah, also there's the helicopters from the back. Chipping in with some snipes. Snipes by Garg. Okay, he kills off. Oh, doesn't kill the artillery. Doesn't kill the ore refinery either. Hunting for the ore trucks. I mean, that's something. Also, if he can drain the anti-air, if he can just kill all the anti-air guns, he's gonna have a good time. That was good. That was a really good snipe. Yes, and now going for the ore refinery. Okay. I feel like with that move, Maverick is sort of back. He's also built a couple of gun turrets and dislodged the expansion here. So this game is still highly competitive. 9 and 10 harvesters respectively. Comparable income, comparable assets. Combat tab in Maverick's favor, it has swung back. Man, that's been wild. What a wild ride. I want to get off Mr. Bones' wild ride. Well, I certainly don't wanna. I certainly wanna stay a little longer here. Alright, ore refiner should be sniped, and also the helipad should be dealt with swiftly. Tanks, one of them is exfiltrating. Double war factory now. Gargamel is transitioning over to sort of a mech build. Oh, I really don't like this helipad positioning. Is that his only MCV? That is his only MCV indeed. Oh my goodness, the proxy anti-air gun. Oh, that's so bad. That was a brilliant move from Gargamel. With that, he has killed off half the Hind fleet once more. What's that? The helipads are right next to an anti-air gun. That is one bad rally point away from absolute disaster. Oh, feels like Maverick doesn't have much econ left. Okay, 9 and 8 respectively. No oil derricks to speak of. Maverick is floating 10k. What are you building, my friend? You need more tanks. Also, he's tier 3, by the way. Did it ever come through? Probably not. Okay, this expansion has been denied from both sides. And there is a sizable push with 4 tanks, so this could be dangerous for the economy. Finding your way into the weak econ. Also, what I really would like is a tier 3 transition coupled with 2 longbows. Just for map control. Ooh, sell off the con yard, Maverick. Sell off the con yard. I mean, these helipads were just absolute dumpster fire. This was the worst idea I've seen in a long, long while. Man, armies get sniped immediately. These helicopters being completely idle because they cannot go anywhere on the map. Man, what was the idea behind these helipads? Just, I'm not getting it. I feel like Maverick is giving away his advantage way, way too easily. Trying to chase. Does not find the connection on the harvester thus far. Doesn't find it either. With some line of sight support, maybe. Maybe. Now going through the middle. And there is an exposed tech line. There is the service depot, the radar dome. I mean, he doesn't have to commit into this part of the map. He can really just go into the main base. Yeah, I think that's the smartest move here. Okay, Maverick. Maverick, my friend, you've got a couple seconds before the armies close in. Uh-oh. He's idling. I mean, he snipes the service depot at a cost, but that's still something. The auxiliary army is coming in, and with that, the army is forfeit. Oh, he's trading very inefficiently right now. This side of the map, he gets something in return. Does kill off the anti-air gun as well, and that is going to be big. Where are they going? Yeah, just letting them sit here. That is a smart move. More harvesters from Gargamel. And really, those artilleries have been an absolute game changer. Main army going through the middle. Right now, that's a perfect timing to do that because the Blackhawks from Maverick have not yet rearmed. They are yet to be serviced at the depot. This helicopter getting so much value. Sniping out all the rocket soldiers. I feel like that was a game changer. Uh-oh. Maverick pulling the goalies. Good crashes, but that's not enough. That certainly won't be enough. Again, he's trading very inefficiently because his army is just woefully out of position. Oh goodness gracious, the light tanks are being eaten alive. Oh boy. It feels like Maverick is about to come unraveled a little bit. He had such a great game plan. The early radar rush was fantastic, but right now there is just, I feel, too much on the map. Too many strong points for Gargamel, especially this forward anti-air gun. This completely changed the tide of battle. Single-handedly killed off the entire helicopter fleet, and thus, after a long time, we can finally say it again. Black Hawk license revoked. Maverick, I'm sorry, you're no longer allowed to tier 2 rush. Hell of a recover, certainly. That was Gargamel on the back foot for 2/3 of the match, and then deploying one anti-air gun to end them all, to pluck them out of the skies like flies. Man, that was a game. What a series indeed. I had to have zero eco, yeah. He had lots of harvesters, but one single refinery. Every single ref except one. Damn. Damn, son, that was a fantastic game from both. Highly commendable. Highly commendable fighting spirit as well from Maverick. Certainly a player whom we'll have to observe. Any Smurfs, Gargamel, and Mav. So, maybe Mav is Cav? I don't know. But looks like a new player to me. And certainly a good RTS player though. So, great game. Great game spirit from both players as well. Some post-game banter here. That's how we like to see it. And at the end of the day, the anti-air gun turned the tide of battle. The one hero anti-air gun. Manned by, I don't know, are they even manned? In the cutscenes they are, I remember that much. But manned by an absolute hero of the English people. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time with a little bit of a different cast because we're going to be going into some newbie replays and give some tips for newcomers. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. 5 Aces out.